How can I not see myself? Ah, what the hell? Did I do it wrong again? Probably. Pretty bad when you don't get notified about your own shit. I haven't seen it come across the email either. I'm not seeing nothing. What the hell? What did I do wrong? Oh, goodness. Hearing my phone going off. As usual, I'm being completely unprofessional about this crap. I see Daisy sending me a message. Okay, thanks, Daniel. I don't know, man. I'm trying to look for my chat and I can't find it. Maybe I need to open a new window or something. New window. YouTube. That's funny, man. Thanks for letting me know, Daniel. Easy. See, I'm not subscribed to myself. What the heck? I'm not showing up. I've done this before, but obviously I'm doing something in the wrong order. Again, I've been through this before many times. I can't tell who's here. I can't tell crap. Other than you being on the thing, sending me a message saying I'm on, and I've gotten it before. Popped out the chat, done all that stuff the way you're supposed to do it, and been able to talk to people and all that crap. And here I am just rambling on, suppose thinking I'm by myself. I can't even get this window right. I'm a mess. What can I tell you? It's Monday, man. It's hot as Hades in Florida. It's probably hot as Hades in oh wait. Let me try that. Uh, I don't know why I didn't think of that. Why didn't I think of that? Maybe that's what I did before. And it didn't work either. Try it this way. That did not work either. Oh, Lord. There I am. Woohoo. About bloody time. All right, so now. There I am. Hey, hey, Raymond. Shit. Okay, I got it. All right, so now. There I am. Hey, hey, Raymond. Gotta mute this stuff. Okay. All right, I got the chat muted. Try again, Raymond. Okay, I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. You know, I really still don't know what I'm doing. Okay. And where's my pop out chat? Oh, I gotta come down here. First of all, let me turn it to live chat, and then pop out chat. Oh, and now you're gonna stick that window over there, man. One day, about the time I get this figured out, is when Google Hangouts will go away. I gotta still figure out how to do. Damn it! Get over there. Okay, so I got my chat box up, chat window up finally. After how long have I been going? Here we go. Okay, who we got? We got Deezy and we got Raymond. Yeah, you know, Deezy, I know you've been telling me about doing the Facebook thing. I never had much luck with it. I don't know. I've never tried Facebook Live, but the I just haven't had good luck with uploading to Facebook. And I know you say it's faster, easy, but and Raymond, you finally made a stream. That's awesome, brother. That's awesome. And I'm happy to hear it. So Eric is having issues with his BTX on his Cairo 99. Oh, and he tried to fly away on me too. But that's another thing. Yeah, I wish your foot was fixed too, DD. Carlos, how you doing, brother? Z, you're part of the reason I'm here. Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you what, Raymond. Work has picked up here. So we had one guy quit, plus work picked up, and no flying, Carlos. No, the Mugula's down, the Batman's down, the Manus has BTX issues. Hey, good picture till I get 50 feet away. Well, I want to go further than 50 feet, man. You know, going 50, 100 feet away and uh, and then it goes all static is no fun. Yeah, I need to go further than that. I don't need to go much further than that, but I need a football field at least. Give me a football field, a good video, and then I'm good to go. But anyway, I was going to be, I was looking forward to Mad Dog's MD95 TSI broadcast, and Lance was here. Was he now? Yeah, right. Well, Raymond, hey, you think about what we put our birds through, even if you don't crash. I mean, we run a lot of power through them, you know? I need to do that, Daniel. I do. I've been meaning to do a lot of my drones page, but I don't know. I don't, right now, I don't have enough to put out there, other than all my old stuff. Yeah, no, Daniel, I get that, but at the same time, Raymond, I hear what you're saying. I don't like trolling other sites to pull people to me. Yes, I'm a unique individual in many ways, but maybe not unique in the way people want. You know, Carlos, I did not. I think really the RX is bad. And unfortunately, the RX and the Mobula is built onto the main board. So I think I need a new board. So hopefully, somebody sent me a link, Adam. I think it was Adam Plummet, Plummet FPV, sent me a link from Race Day Quads. And because when I looked, there was a replacement board, F4 board, for just under $50. And then somebody else mentioned the same board for about $10 less from Race Day Quads. Of course, it'd still only be about $5 less because you got to pay shipping with them. But doesn't matter. But then Baduga, hey Eastwind, how you doing, brother? Um, then Baduga said that I think it's the Crazy Bee flight controller. He says it has a 5-volt regulator problem. So he sent me a link to a different root board. It looks so different. I don't know if I'm up to the challenge, setting that thing up because it looks different. So, hey, Daisy, feel free to put in your. I'm feeling a vacuum, but also I meant to do this for Daisy. Um, Daisy drone reviews and deals was that's his second page. Thanks for your confidence, Raymond. His first page was new drone owners. Hey, Bill, how you doing, brother? His first page was new drone owners, United States Global. And Deezy has gotten me to spend lots of money. Always good deals, but he enticed me with these good deals. Hey, yeah, we all do, don't we, Deezy? Raymond? And Lance, how you been? Cool. I didn't know you'd ever been on one of my lives, to be honest with you, but I'm glad you're here. Let me hit the wrong one. How you doing, Bill? You doing okay? Hope all is well with you. Damn it. Chat's moving too fast for me to do this. Here we go. Wrench you up, Lance. Um Now I forgot what I was saying. I know you do. So anyway, back to the point of my story. Deezy has had a horrible time with his foot. He's got cancer, and diabetes, I think, and doing all right. Ed, I know you killed one of the 115s, did you, Carlos? Anyway, Deezy, feel free to put in that PayPal link. Deezy has some issues. He had his sister started a GoFundMe for him, and Deezy has done the same for many people before. But if you can, show Deezy some love if you could. $5, $10, whatever you can do. If you can. I know money's tight. But as soon as I went as soon as I watched the fund me thing, and he told me not to, he was just telling me to share the news, but I just throw some in just because Deezy works puts a lot of time in finding links and all kinds of stuff for great drone deals. You know, that's all. And so it's like pay it forward when you can, because I've thrown money out there and I've always got more back than I ever put in. At least it seems like that to me. Sometimes it's not. Yes, you do. Yeah, huge discounts. Actually, Deezy's teamed up with. Go ahead and list who you teamed up with. And actually, um, I don't know if can I say this. He has some people, some companies have donated money to his cause as far as birds and stuff from different companies. I know Banggood is one. Um, feel free to list them, Daniel. This stream, it wasn't really started. I wasn't even thinking about you actually when I started the stream. I apologize for that. But it seemed like a good time to throw it out there. But was trying to catch up. But anyway, that you know, Mad Dog, they have a power outage or something, and so they weren't on, and so I just felt the urge to go on myself, you know. And somebody asked me earlier. Now, not many people do this. Not many people are that anxious to see me fly. Well, some Carlos. Carlos wants to see me fly all the time, but he just I Carlos, I helped you out with one simple little problem charging question that you had. And next thing I know, you send me a full set of motors for the Moby and the extra pack. And I'm like, what the heck? Yeah, Deezy looks has a Ninja Turtle foot. Stop it, Carlos. Carlos is from New York. Bill is from Newfoundland, obviously. Deezy's out in Texas. Lance, I can't remember where you're at. I don't know where you're at. Yes, one day I will, Bill. One day. And here's the kicker with that, Bill. Okay. The last flight of the Mobula, I took it out. I didn't even publish the video. And I'm sorry, I forgot you, Raymond. I know you're in Florida. My apologies. But it's been hot, hasn't it? But the last flight of the Mobula, I took her out, flew her around, but I just flew her out of from the back door. And then later on in the day, I took I had every pack charge. I had packs per day. Took her out back, and she would not arm. I had no RSSI. I had good VTX picture, all that. It was all good. But hey, Drone Daddy, how are you, brother? Um, she would not arm. I had no RSSI, which means that the RX just quit working. And so I had an extra XM receiver. I'm like, oh, I just changed out the receiver. And then I saw where the antenna came from. And it comes right off the main board. There's no way to change it. No, Mobula will be back, Bill. I think I just need to get a new main board for it. I have to fix it. That's a moral imperative because I have 3 brand new motors for the thing. Well, 4 brand new motors, but one of which is already installed. So I mean, it's just a moral imperative that it has to be fixed. Plus, I got packs for days from it. You know, I had eh, 6 packs already, and then I got sent 4 more packs from Carlos. So I mean, that's 10 packs. So I mean, it was so disappointing because I was going to do the cab of that truck, Bill. That was on my agenda, or at least the boom. And actually, you build one? You built one, Bill? Cool. Uh, why did you have to build it? Just because you could? So was it cheaper building it than it was to put it together? I mean, buy it? Oh, you used the Mobula gut. What'd you do? The toothpick frame? I think um I think Chris was going to do that too. Yeah, Carlos, you're not the only one. I was bummed too. I was bummed more than you, but especially since you put so much into it. Well, that's cool, Daniel. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I know. Night train, how you doing, brother? Let me see something. I don't know if I know how to do this. Yeah, I do. I know how. Sorry, why? There we go. That's one way to do it. Adam, how you doing, brother? Just trying to fill a vacuum. That's all. That's all I'm doing. Since Mad Dog wasn't here, I just thought I'd throw it out there. There you go. Now it's cool to put in that Facebook thing easy, but you get more bang for your buck if you go PayPal route. So put the PayPal link in there too, please. I, I, okay, Carlos, what he called it a brando. There's a difference between a band. Okay, this is the way I read that. Okay, a brando is a brand new building. So, am I right on that, Adam? Is that what is that why you call it a brando, or is that a was that just a typo? Because it's obviously not abandoned, because they're still building the thing. What is that, Bill? I don't know what that is. See, I figured that was it, Adam. I know, but see, I'd never heard the Brando term before. But as soon as I saw the video, I knew what you meant. I can't, what's funny? At least it's funny to me. Is the first time I saw people talking about Banda, I'm like, oh, what kind of bird is this? I thought it was some kind of new drone or something. I know, man. Hurricane Harvey messed up a lot of people in Texas, and for somebody that got a disability like you, it's double trouble. He did. He put Brando in there, Carlos. Carlos. You ran the 3 inch in there too. You just haven't gotten around to it. Let's see. Okay. Me, I have a hard. There's Adam. Hey, Adam, how you doing, brother?
What's up, buddy?
The I have a hard time with this ceiling. I just I don't have enough control on my throttle stick. I'd be bumping that ceiling all the time or teabagging the whole time.
Nah, you get used to it. You just gotta. Basically, it's weird, man. It's like playing a video game. Like if you're going too low, you just move it just a little bit.
I know, just a little bit, but maybe I need to take the clicks off of my. I turned the clicks down on my throttle on the QX7, but I guess I need to take them off. Or use props with less pitch, maybe.
Or I don't know what battery are you using. You using a 3S or a 4S?
On the Batman's 4S.
Try a 3S.
I never tried a 3S on it.
Yeah, it'll decrease the power.
Well, isn't there ways to do that in beta?
I don't know. I never messed with it.
Okay. Well, good
I
answer.
just I just send it.
I know you do. I know you send it. And see, here's my thing too. Is what I found, at least to me, at least what it seemed like to me, the more I pitch forward, the less sensitive the throttle is as far as altitude. Because when you're pitched forward more, it's doing propulsion plus upward thrust.
Yup, you got to give it throttle, or you're gonna crash right into the ground. If you give it pitch, you got to give it throttle.
Right. So that's why I'm saying to me, the throttle is less sensitive because the throttle is doing two things. It's doing forward propulsion plus lift. Whereas if you're going slow, it's just doing lift. Does that make any sense?
Yep. Yep. Yeah, because if you're not pitching, then throttle is only doing two things: keeping you off the ground or putting you up in the ground or in the air. You know what I mean? As soon as you apply pitch, you have to apply throttle, because if you don't, you'll just go right into the ground. But what triggered it for me, what made it easier, is just flying around. I wasn't trying to do anything. I'm just flying around, trying to stay low. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to hit gaps or nothing. I just wanted to stay low. I did it in open field. I just stayed low, and then, before you know it, it just starts coming together. Throttle, I think instinctively, throttle is probably the easiest thing to learn. It's everything else after that that's a little bit harder.
Wow. See, that's not throttle for me is harder than everything else.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to teach yourself differently. You know what I mean? I think the best thing you could do is put like a 25-degree angle on your camera, and just don't try moving around. Don't go back, don't go left, don't go right. Just keep going forward. Find yourself like a tree, or put a bucket out there. Go around it. Keep staying low. Keep going back left and right. Don't just keep going left. Don't just keep going right. Do like a figure eight. Just keep doing that. Just burn all your packs doing that. Because then if you crash, it ain't no big deal. You're only like 3-4 foot off the ground. It'll be fine. And just keep doing that. Just do a figure eight and stay low. That's all you got to do.
See, I think maybe my new props is giving me more of a problem doing that, because they got lift for days. I'm flying 50-43s on them now. The wind dancers, and they got lift from hell.
Yeah, that they do. And see, I like more of a prop that's under control. So I use Dell Prop Cyclone 5046s. I like the 47s too. The 5047s are nice.
But that's even more pitch.
It's more pitch, but it's more control. You ever notice how I can spin around a tree extremely fast? It's the props. It just hugs the air.
Okay.
I know it's weird, but in my head I can see it. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've seen both you and Mike fly, and I mean, y'all way above my pay grade. But
And go watch a couple of my very first videos.
which ones?
My very first videos. Everything on my channel is FPV. There's nothing else but FPV. Watch my first. Go from number 1 to like 6 to 9, and watch how I flew.
Okay, I'll do that.
I was bouncing off the ground like, oh, I bet you my first 5 videos, it was just hitting the ground.
Teabagging.
Yeah, but like a lot. Not like what you're doing. Like a lot. Like I fly 5 feet, wham! I have to run out there, flip it over, fly another 10 feet. Oh yeah, dude, it was a struggle. When I first started FPV, I wasn't on Facebook for it. I've seen a couple YouTube videos and bought one. I didn't know nothing. Ed, did you freeze up? right. Can anybody hear me? Or see Ed? Is Ed saying anything? He's frozen on my end. Ed, you froze up on me. Oh. All right, Ed is gone. What the hell, man? I don't want to be the plumbing show. I just came out here to bullshit. Oh. All right, I gotta find Ed. There's Ed.
My internet went down. Damn it. I said something too, and I don't remember what the hell I was saying.
Me too. Where the fuck is Ed?
Yeah, I mean, well, the first person I lost was you. And I'm like, oh, Adam has a problem. And then all of a sudden the chat disconnected, and I'm like, hey, I'm the problem. Let me see if I can get this back here.
That's what we're telling. I was like, what the hell, man? This ain't the plumbing show. This is Ed's show.
Has that been happening too with him? It's working now. No,
Yep.
I've been getting this periodically. I don't know, maybe it's too darn hot for the AT&T crap outside. I don't know.
Oh,
There's a main phone box down the road about 2 miles, and every time I turn around, you see the AT&T guys out there working on it. I think it went underwater during the last few hurricanes, and so they've been having trouble ever since.
Yeah, water will do that.
Yeah. So anyway, I will be sure and check out some of your earlier work, but some of mine are pretty hilarious too. But I don't know. Once I found FPV, it's all the only way I want to fly, dude. That's it. I mean, I applaud those line of sight people. You know, I see a bunch of people that fly awesome line of sight. I can't do it. Birds are too small for me, and I just can't. I lose, Eric, RT Crazy. He's a great line of sight flyer, but that's all he's ever done, you know?
You get good at what you do.
Yeah. And I was a lot better line of sight flying, but a year ago, 2 years ago, but I had a big old bird too, a phantom size. It was no phantom, but it was big and bulky, and I could do figure eights and all that kind of stuff with it. And but then I found FPV, and I was like, that's all I want to do.
Oh, me too. I love it.
I want to see what the birds see. I
Back
want
to the sky. Yep, that's me.
I want to feel like I'm in the bird, and I want to see the bird's eye view. That's it.
Definitely. Here's my very first video I posted to YouTube. Raymond, oh hell no. Line of sight is not my thing. I put it in stability mode to test hover, left, right, back, forth, land it, FPV.
Really, for the test hover?
Yep, that's all I do, line of sight.
But see, I mean, for line of sight, that's what you do. Okay. Yeah, and I'm bad about not even wanting to do that, man. I just put it in the air. Now, of course, it's different with you because you're doing a build. And see, I have yet to build anything.
Oh no.
Yeah, the most I've done is put in a receiver and I've changed some parts. I've done that. But as far as from taking a raw stack and matching up motors and doing stuff like that, I have not done that.
I don't match up anything. I kind of, man, it's weird how I buy stuff. I know what I need. I look for what's performing, and I look for stuff that's in my budget. And then when I can get all that together, whatever's there is what I build.
And see, like Chris sent me, I had a roommate, he's gone back to Georgia now, but he's all about the Punisher. So Chris printed a Punisher frame and he bought a stack for the Punisher, and which I have sitting over there on the workbench, and I have yet to put it together and do something with it, but I need to.
Oh yeah, dude. Because the ones you build yourself, for some reason, I don't know why, they fly way better. Well, at least it used to be. I know the first quad I had was self. It was a bind and fly, and it was a piece of shit. I mean, it was bad. After I flew that, and I flew one that I built, oh man, it was night and day. It was like going from a piece of crap, 80s Buick to a 2019 Cadillac. It was night and day.
So, what was the first BNF you did?
It was one of those Vifly 220s.
Okay.
Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on Vifly because they make really good stuff. Like all the beepers in my quads are Vifly. They're best ones ever. But that freaking quad was a piece of shit. And I hated it and almost made me quit.
Well, here's the deal. It's just like anything else. You can get women's no matter what bird, you know. Um, you can get a lemon flight controller, lemon ESC, whatever, and other people will swear by the same product, but you happen to get a bad one,
Yeah, yeah,
you know, and that's just the way it works. There's especially the way these things are mass produced. Like my first BNF, actually, it was ready to fly. It was the Manus 85. And the next was the Batman 220. Now, him, I had to put a receiver in. And, but that's been it. That's, I've fixed stuff, replaced stuff on the Batman.
yeah.
But
It's time to build one. I'm telling you what, when you build it, I think you appreciate it a little bit more. And actually, for me, it made me want to fly it even harder because I built it. So whatever I break, I can just buy that and replace it with a couple minutes. I know exactly what's in there.
well, I mean that makes a lot of sense. It really does. And with the Batman, I was lazy because when a motor went on me, I spliced the motor wires on the arm rather than screw up the beautiful soldering job on the ESC. And I had to replace the VTX on it because the antenna connector broke off inside of it and I couldn't get it out. So I've been into its guts a little bit, but as far as building from the bottom up, nah.
Yeah, you definitely need to do it. Bro, all you really need to do it, it's all in your flight controller. Say you got all right, it's like I got that Mamba. Remember I just got that Mamba, that F7 with the
You
ESC and
got
all
an
that?
F7.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's a bad boy right here. And Well, I googled the wiring diagram today, and it's all laid out. I printed it out. Now, when I want to, when I decide I want to build it, I'm just going to pull that sheet out. I'm going to look at where everything needs to go, and I'm going to look at what I got, and I'm just going to solder it together. It's just a blueprint. It's fun. Once you do it, you're like, oh, this is gravy. You know what I mean? Because especially if you got the diagram, you're looking at the diagram, and it's
it
telling you
didn't
put
come
this
with a
here.
diagram.
Nah, they never come with a diagram. You got to find it. It's easy though. Race Day Quads usually has it for anything they sell. They have a diagram for. But yeah,
So what are you gonna? So okay, so that's the Mamba F7 stack. How big are the? So it comes with the ESCs and stuff.
Yep.
So how many amps is the ESCs rated at?
50.
Okay,
Yep. D-Shot 1200.
that D-Shot 1200 is what the Batman runs. Supposedly its ESC is rated at 80 amps. I don't know how they get away with those little wires if 80 amps is going to go through it, but
Drone Daddy, from what I heard about Mamba, diatone alone, man, they just make really good stuff anymore.
well, like EBR, I'm sure all of y'all know EBR. He swears, well, he loves the F4. I don't think he's done an F7 yet, but he buys them things like crazy. He loves the Mamba stack.
I've never did an F7. This is the first.
So you got a package put together for it yet?
Well, I have a frame, but I don't like the frame, and I don't want to use a frame that I don't like because I can't buy replacement parts for it. I got a VTX. I need motors. So I got to get motors, a receiver, and a frame. That's it. I can get it going. I got a camera. I got a VTX. Well, I got antennas. I got the stack, the ESC, flight controller. Yeah, so all I really need is motors and a receiver and a frame.
So do you have an eye on some motors?
Not really. I'm just gonna go probably on PyroFlip, buy those, $12, $13 ones. Yeah, I had them in one of my quads, man. They were the best motors I ever had.
Really?
No, cheap doesn't mean bad. That's for sure. A motor is a motor. You can only make an electric motor so good unless you stick hundreds of dollars into it. You know what I mean? It's basically the metals. If they make the metal good, they'll hold up. Winding's got to be good. It's really all it is. Think of it like an alternator. It's just a bunch of copper wires, copper wires, wound up. It's a magnetic field. That's all it really is.
Okay, granted, I'll buy that. I mean, I would think that, the bearings or whatever have something to do with it, but
Yeah, bearings just a ball bearing. You know what I mean? I'm into mechanics. So a bearing is just a bearing. It makes it run smoother. There's grease in there. Blah blah blah. It spins. It can spin faster. It can spin smoother. Yeah, they put that stuff in there, but it does not need to make it a $30 or $25 motor. And where PyroFlip, they make these motors for racers, and they're like 13, 12, whatever, and they're killing it with it. Even if it lasts you 2 years, man, you just won. And I'd rather replace a $13 motor that I fried because I hit something than a $25 motor.
okay. All right. Okay, so all right, let me throw this at you. Okay. This is the Batman. Okay. I've replaced one motor on it already.
Mm-hmm.
Cost me $25 and took it a couple weeks to get here because it came from China. And so when I ordered the motor, it's because I wanted the same motor. I wanted them all to match. They are kind of pretty looking.
Oh, definitely. If whatever's motor is on your quad and you break it, well, I highly recommend you buy that same motor.
Okay. All right. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you're buying new motors for a build, Yeah, I would go with the Pyro Flip. Just think about it. I can get 8 for the same price of 4 of those.
All right, I need to write this crap down. It's Pyro
Pyro Flip RC.
Pyro Flip RC.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna add you on the Facebook group right now.
And it's a certain size or whatever.
It all depends. Look through what they got and see what there is to see.
Yeah, I know crap about motor stick. I know
Nah,
what kV means. I know
I
that's RPMs per volt. You know, I get all that. But that's about it. You know, I know that the first number is hey Centroid, how you doing, brother? Why am I not seeing that? I'm seeing Centroid over here on this other screen, but I'm not seeing it here. How you doing, Mark? Good to see you.
dang man. Poor Crystal and Chris, man. 90 degrees. Live in a trailer like I am, no air, no heat. Yeah. Well, not
Man,
heat.
that sucks.
Electricity.
I
Power goes out blows.
I wonder if somebody hit their hit a power pole or what the heck's going on with that.
Well, if it's the same thing like up here, squirrels. Yeah, seriously, a big issue. We have squirrels in Bay City. In the last 3 years when the power went out, one was weather related and the other was squirrels.
Well, I mean it's been really hot here. So okay, I got my chat restored apparently. Hey
You
Michael, how you
you got
doing, brother? Mark, it's great to see you, man. Mark, I look. Have you checked out some of Centroid's videos, Adam? Because the man has come a long ways in a short period of time.
all right, Ed. I added you at Pyro Flip RC Facebook page.
Oh, okay. But anybody that wants to see who should be a noob, a real noob, is Centroid. Centroid Mark has made amazing progress in his acro stuff.
He's killing it.
Yeah. So I'm quite jealous of your work, Mark. Envious would be a better word.
Takes that stick time, man. Gotta send it.
And that is so true. Stick time is everything, and I've been bad about stick time. And it is because when I fly a couple days in a row, it's a huge difference. Huge difference. And I just started. I had a battery pack that was a little dinged up from the Batman demise in December, horrible crash, and I decided to finally fly it, and it flew fine, you know. So, but then I lost another motor on the bloody thing, so it just quit working. It feels good. And see, 4 times a week is awesome, Centroid. How often do you fly, Adam? You probably fly pretty much every day too when it's not raining, huh?
I fly a lot. If it's not raining, I at least step outside and I'll rip the micro. I should post more of that, but it's a micro, dude, and it's DVR. You know what I mean? people are gonna get sick of watching me rip my little trailer park right here. You know?
You know what though, and I don't know what you have on your OFD. To me, and there's been people that say I have too much crap on my OFD, but I like some of that stuff that's on my screen. I feel like is a teaching tool for me, not while I'm flying, but after the fact when I review it. And I'm like, oh man, I didn't drop the throttle here, and I should have, whatever.
Oh yeah, we all do that.
So I like to see what my RSSI is at. I like to see what my throttle position is at. Those are the kind I like to see that. But I don't notice any of that while I'm flying.
I like a very limited OSD. I want to see voltage and I want to see time,
Okay.
so I know how long I'm going or how long I've gone, and voltage, so I don't keep freaking frying my batteries. I ignore it
So
even though.
so when you're flying though, do you pay? Hey, Eric. So when you're flying, do you pay attention to the time or just the voltage?
Voltage.
Okay.
I don't care about time. I do, but I don't. I mean, I want it there, just like damn, this battery kicks ass. If I'm trying something different, but it's voltage because I don't like to go below 14. If my beeper's going crazy, I want to land because I keep destroying batteries by not landing.
Right. No, I agree with not going below 14,
Yeah.
100%.
But when
You
you're
know,
feeling it, it's so hard. When you're feeling it, this is going so well. You're like, damn.
yeah. No, I hear you there too. And the other thing too is part of it depends upon the C rating of your battery too, because if you've just done some hard maneuvers or whatever, the voltage will sag. But then if you chill for a minute, it'll come back up. You know, so what do you do then? I mean, do you land the first time you see a sag, or
No, I land pretty much to where I won't fly anymore. That's Mike. I do it a lot, man. I shouldn't do it, but I do it.
how you doing, Mike?
That's only on a rip I'm feeling though. If I'm not feeling it, or if it's just a regular, flight, I'll just land like I normally do.
What do you mean proximity mines, Eric? Are you farting on her or what? So I mean, I don't know. Hey Tiff, how are you?
Mike had actually jumped back up to what was it, 12.5?
12.5.
Yeah.
You ran that puppy low. How low was it when you landed?
11 when I hit the ground, 9 when I was hovering.
Wow,
Yeah, I'm a bad battery owner.
that's a 4S battery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm surprised you didn't lose your video signal getting that low.
No, where I stick close. If I see it starting to really go down, I'll stay close. Shit, man, I keep getting free batteries. I'm like, screw it.
Well, okay. So how do you manage these free batteries?
I don't know. I just post my videos, and then people message me and ask me if I want to fly the batteries and blah blah blah. And they send me them, and I fly
Well, that's awesome, dude.
them. It ain't nothing
Nobody
big. It's just
wants
two
me
at a
to
time,
fly their
But
batteries.
it's not no sponsorship, but it's two at a time. I just gotta, do a review, tell them how I like it. And some of them are badass, man, for real. Gold bats they're legit. That is a good battery.
Okay. Well, Gold Bat is one on the list. There's one that
That's
Chris
the
is
one.
a fan of.
Yep, that's the one that I brought down too low. It had power right to the end. It was amazing. Good battery.
So what size is it?
1500 4S.
1500 for us.
Yep,
Okay.
yep, 100C.
100C. I got you. I only have some tattoos. Tattoos is the only thing I got.
I call them Team Sag.
Yeah, I know. I've heard people say that. You know. Yeah, that is cool, Michael. Glad to see you, brother from another mother. Um,
Hey, they send them to me, man. I give a if it, they suck, they suck. Trust me, I'm not. When it comes to parts, if I don't like it, they suck. But if they're good, they're good. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. I keep getting these good ass batteries, and they're just fantastic and they're cheap. You know, and I'm going to tell people too.
so I mean, what's the 100C gold bat?
What is it, or how did it feel flying it?
No. How much does it cost?
I don't know, like $13 for a battery,
Really?
something like that. Mike, correct me if I'm wrong. It's $13, right? It wasn't bad. It was like $26 or something like that when I ordered too.
Wow, that's incredible. Because I
Yeah.
paid like I don't know, $25 for this turd.
Oh, I believe it.
And that's 1550 for a tattoo, 75C. But I
Yeah.
was
No.
last summer too. So
Well, see, most 90% of my batteries are China Hobby line though. They I'm running the 1300s, and I got a bunch of 1300s at 70C, which are kind of, yeah, I kind of avoid them when I can now, just kind of warm up packs. But the 100C 1500s, them things are awesome. Those C's matter. I don't know what it is. Between 70 and 100, your quad just for me just responds way better.
well, I mean that gives you the juice when you need it.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. That's nice. I'm telling you.
Because the it's all about the punch, really. And I mean,
Well, for me, that's really wasn't what I was feeling. The punch was good. It was how the quad actually reacted. Like when you did a roll or a flip, it was like you had complete control. If your battery is underpowered and you're trying to do something stupid like I normally do, it you want it to react the way you want it to react. I want it to flip and I want it to stop or I want it to stop. But some batteries they sag and just don't let you do that.
so when you go to do a quick roll, and I've noticed that when I, even when I've just got this sitting here in air mode or whatever, and I got the motor spinning, if I just turn it like this, the motors automatically spin up on this side, or is
Yep.
it the other side? They spin up all by themselves without me touching the throttle.
Mm-hmm.
And now is that because I have the accelerometer on? Because I'm still in air mode now, or it just naturally wants to level because of the PID.
That's just your flight controller doing what it's supposed to do.
Okay. But so in a roll, when you go to roll it's pumping them certain motors a certain way, even though your throttle may be down.
Yep.
Although when I do a roll, I don't really screw with the throttle much. I kind of leave it where it's at. It's only when I do a go upside down, I drop the throttle, then I screwing up there too.
No, you know what? Actually, I've kind of learned something recently. Flying that Brando is yeah. Normally, what I do is I completely drop my throttle and give a roll. What I noticed there is don't completely drop it, just don't give it no throttle. You know what I mean? Just if you're flying at a certain speed, just slow it down a little bit and roll. You like roll right the same. Did you watch my video?
What video?
The one I flew with Mike?
Yes, I did.
Did you notice how sometimes it was perfectly like it was like, you know what I mean? All I did is I kept my speed, and I went to do the roll. I lowered it like maybe 16th of an inch, just enough that it didn't give it lift, and it stayed. It was a learning experience. Let's put it that way.
Okay, all right, okay. Well, this takes me to another point because Bardwell was talking about this, and maybe you do it and you don't even realize you're doing it. And I sent you a link, by the way, Mike. Um, but maybe you don't even realize you're doing it because he was talking about mixing roll with yaw when you do a roll to keep your FPV camera centered on the roll.
If I am, I don't notice that.
You don't realize you're doing it.
No.
So is your FPV cam basically the same angle as your cam on top, your HD cam?
Yeah, somewhat, kind of. I don't know. I
Well,
just put.
thank you.
I fly at a pretty crazy angle, and I'm actually working on decreasing it because you can do a lot more, a lot smoother. But if you ever notice, I fly extremely fast, like all the time. You know what I mean?
And here's the deal with that. Because to me, when you're going fast, a quad handles more like a fixed wing.
It
In
does. But
in that you got to coordinate things way more.
you know, you know,
As far as
but what I'm learning is if you lower the camera angle, you can get that speed. You just gotta make sure you're not looking at the ground. You can get speed, which makes you feel like you got the control, but you can do more things. Look at Chuck's video. Look at Chuck and Slack's video. He has a way lower camera angle than me, and I'm telling you what, he's able to approach objects and not have to fight the quad. He can go right up to things and just go right through it. His camera angle is a lot lower than mine. 45 degrees is for racing. I need to stop doing that and lower my camera angle to 25 or 30 and freestyle with it. 40, I think 45 is probably too much unless you're like Maddie and he's a freaking animal. You know what I mean?
okay, cause maybe it has something to do. I'm sure it has something to do. I don't know why I said maybe it has something to do. Because for instance, okay, here we have the Firefly, and that's at 30 degrees. But you can probably see the angle of the FPV cam, and it kind of looks close, but it's not because
Yeah, you're gonna want to get a different angle on that FPV cam because you
it
don't.
needs to be higher.
Yeah, the FPV cam needs to be in line. I mean, your HD needs to be in line with your FPV. They need to be about the same because you're not filming what you're actually doing.
Right, exactly. And okay, so I mean I knew that kind of, and that's why my last videos with this guy, the I see too much sky
Yep.
because. So what do you think that angle is?
Like
10 maybe? 15?
on your FPV cam.
Yeah, on the FPV cam.
Tilt it a little bit.
Uh,
I
see,
don't
like
know.
to me, that looks level right there. That's level right there.
That's probably 20. I'm thinking.
Okay. But see, I guess part of it has to do with the field of view of the FPV cam too.
Yeah. See, the pitch of your FPV cam can be whatever you're comfortable with. But when you put an HD cam on it, you just got to make the HD cam the same angle.
Okay.
That way, whatever you're flying is what you're filming. Bird Minute, yeah, he flies 30, 35. Steele's on a different level though. I mean, that guy.
How you doing, Birdman? Good to see you, brother. Did you manage to flash your whoop or something? I mean, I knew I needed to bring my camera angle up, but I mean, you just mentioned
Yeah, your cam angle's fine. Lower the HD cam.
Okay.
Yeah, just lower yeah. Keep flying what you're flying. Just get a different mount for the HD cam, so it's at the same angle. Chris will print you one. Sure, he will.
Let's see. I mean, I know you guys, both you and Mike have both said, man, I'd like to fly that track at your place. But you wouldn't be flying it with that low an angle. I know. You'd be running 30 degrees all day long or 35.
Oh yeah, yeah. I fly 45 all day. I actually want to lower it to 25 or 30.
I mean, just like now, Eric, your cam looked about right. The only reason your angle was high was because you were just kind of hovering around. You weren't doing an FPV gig. So let's mention what's a good VTX for Eric to get for his Tyro, because the one that came with the Tyro 99 sucks. I think it's overheating.
Hands down, if he can afford it, a TBS Unify.
I think somebody else mentioned that too.
Yep, we're a Tramp. I got a Tramp. I heard Tramp's just as good, but I've had Unifies, and I'm telling you what, they're good. That's a Tramp, but it was a lot cheaper than a Unify. But
have you flown it yet?
No, I haven't even installed it. That's brand new in the box.
So is that going with the Mamba F7 stack?
No, that bad boy is going in my Flight One build. I'm tearing the Source One apart and taking that Foxeer flight controller out, and I'm putting Flight One in.
I got you. So the Foxeer flight controller sucks then.
Oh yeah, I hate that piece of shit. You ever heard me bitch about that thing? Look at this. So no matter what I do or what firmware I flash it to, the gyros mess up. I could be flying smooth, and all of a sudden it goes, this starts twitching out of control. Here's one that was junk. You got 3 packs out of, and the other one is in the quad still, and I got 4 packs out of.
That kind of sounds like Eric was going through with the Tyro, because his
Pissing me off.
Way on his ass.
Oh, it's pissing me off. I'm telling you what. I do not want to spend 3 hours taking out some bullshit part to put another one in. It's annoying. If I crash it, different story. If it's just messed up because it's a piece of shit, that kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, right. You took the time to put it in there, and then it screws up. You did everything right, but it's
everything right.
A little bug running around inside of it.
You know, there's no way I messed up 2 flight controllers. I've repaired and replaced everything in all my quads. And this Foxeer's a piece of shit. Mike even was telling me, yeah, it's got a self-mounted gyro. It's a piece of shit. He's right. It's a piece of shit. So I'm going to take it out. I'm going to put a PDB in, a power distribution board, which is old school. But then I got the Cricket flight controller, which has to have it. I'm installing that. I've heard Flight 1 is badass, and I got a flight controller, so I'm going to try it out. I just got to buy a $12 PDB, and I'm good to go.
So that's another thing I heard people, and you just called it old school because I kept hearing people talking about PDBs, and none of the birds I have one, you know.
Mm,
So I guess they're built into either the ESC 4-in-1 ESC or into the flight controller one.
yep, that's the new
Yeah,
stuff.
I guess.
Yeah. My chameleon still my chameleon is so old school. That thing has a PDB. It's got an omnibus F4. That quad's firmware. Let's see. PDBs really don't matter because they're basic. But that flight controller is probably 3 years old, 2.5 at least. I bought it used off a guy. I didn't even buy it brand new. I bought it used when I got the chameleon frame, and I've been flying it ever since.
And it's still flying fine.
Yeah, it's my best quad. I
Oh
got
no way, really?
yeah, yeah. Yep, my brand new quad that I've had that I'm trying to build. You know, I had that Fox ear in, and I had the other Fox ear in. They're that flight controller is junk. I can't even fly it.
Somebody said Fox ear should stick with cameras.
Cameras and props because they own Dell Prop. Nobody knew that.
Oh, okay.
Fox ear is awesome, but this flight controller for some damn reason it just sucks. They're gonna get my money and everything else, just not another one of them damn things.
They probably didn't even make it. They probably just rebranded it.
Whatever the hell they did, it's a piece of shit. That's all I can say. I'm not happy with it. I got like 6 hours of building and into this. Yeah, I'm not happy. And I can formal code everything, which means I have to burn all that crap off the wires, you know, and be able to in order to solder it back on the new flight controller. Yeah, not happy about it.
That's got to be very irritating.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
oh yeah. The Fox Year VTX I have in it is a piece of shit. I've done everything I can to unlock it. It's stuck on 25. It will not come off 25. I tried everything. I went through the manual 5, 6 times. It's just a bad freaking VTX. So I'm throwing that away. I'm, I'm gonna put the Tramp VTX in it. I'm gonna put the Flight One in it, and everything else will be the same.
you know, that really blows when I mean, so not only did you install one piece of shit, you installed two pieces of shit on the same bird.
Yeah, yeah. And then when you do that, you're thinking, man, I don't even want to say it. Just enough to piss you off. Let's put it that way. Because you get out there when you're with your buddies, you know, and it ain't like we can meet up every time we want to. You know what I mean? And then you're like, I want to fly. You only push yourself as hard as you can. I don't want to be out there with a buddy who's got 5, 6 quads, where if he does something, just something stupid, like he broke a motor, you know, no big deal, fly another quad. I break a motor on my only flying quad, I'm done.
Yeah, I know exactly what you
Yeah,
mean.
yeah. So I
I
need
mean,
when I'm building these things, I want them to work.
it's got to be even worse when you're doing a meetup and flying with somebody, like flying with Mike or whatever, because I've just gone out back and ready
Don't
to
pull, hold on.
and something not work. I'm like, well, damn, I'm finished before I even got started.
Oh yeah,
Brother Pool, hello, salute. See
Ed,
that?
Ed keeps drinking my beer. I go get another one.
Yeah, I got a freshie. How's everybody doing out there? How you doing, Dan? Good to see you, brother. Caught me live, did you? Yeah, I know what you mean, Eric. It stinks. So we need to think about he mentioned a couple BTXs. So I think your BTX is the issue, Eric, with your Tyro 99. Dan might be able to offer some suggestions on that too. How did your VTX work out, Dan, on your Tyro 99? Eric was getting blue screen and then static, but it was after he'd been flying a few minutes. So I'm thinking the VTX is overheating.
Oh, dude, it's probably got some really bad cheap E-Chin or something in it. You know what I mean? Just replace it. Honestly, if you have to, get a, unless you're flying like in buildings and stuff like I have been, you can go on Pyro Drone and get a good VTX. I think it was like $9 or $10, something like that. It's his branded. It's got 1 milliwatt, but it works good. It ain't like you're flying with 10 other people. It'll be all right.
1 milliwatt? It's gotta have more than 1 milliwatt.
No, it's only got one chance. It's only got one setting. 600. Boom. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I was gonna say 1 milliwatt.
No. It's got 600. You can't change it.
600 ain't bad. 600 pretty good.
Oh, 600 is awesome. The only thing I can say about it though, when you first get them, they're great, but after about a year, they start to lose their strength.
They start to lose their what?
Their strength, their signal strength.
Oh, okay.
Which ain't no big deal. I mean, really, it's like I paid my Chameleon. One of my Chameleons going out. I think it was like $11. I flew a year.
600's a lot. That's what the Batman VTX puts out, and that puppy gets warm, man.
Oh yeah.
It gets real warm.
Oh, try TBS Unify. They get hot as hell, but it's only if you're not flying it. You can't just let it sit there and be plugged in and let it sit for 2 minutes. You just can't do that with them. But once you're in the air, they cool right down. And I'm telling, of all the VTXs I've used to this day, the best I've actually used, TBS Unify is the absolute best.
And see, that's another. I've heard people talk about this, and I know there's a way to do it, and that is to, like, when you're plugged into Betaflight or whatever, to be able to turn the VTX off. And I don't know how to do that.
Oh yeah, I don't know how to do that either.
Call it pit mode or something.
Oh, screw pit mode. Who cares about pit mode? Pit mode is for racers.
Okay.
The biggest thing I can say is Mike uses Unifies, and when I can watch him fly apart, you know what I mean. And then I fly mine. I'm restricted. I get the lines, and breakups. But he can take off and fly. I don't know what the hell was it, a half a mile away, fly around a water tower, come back, and absolutely no breakup.
Wow.
Yeah, that Unify is no joke. It's worth the money. That's the thing about FPV. If you're going to spend the money on the good parts, you can have high class motors. You can have the best camera in the world. You know what I mean? You can't see shit unless your VTX is good. And if you can't see, you can't fly.
No, absolutely.
Don't try not to go cheap on your VTX. That's the number one part.
Flying through noise is bad.
Bad. I put up videos of flying through noise as bad. I literally could not see in front of me.
And the only way you can get away with that, I've gotten away with that. I've gotten far better with that. But it's only because I know where I fly. And if I know that, I know where I'm at, I know once I turn the corner, the signal will get better again.
So, put a Unify HV on that thing, and you'll never lose signal in your spot again.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm pumping plenty of watts. I think my biggest issue is my antenna. I need to get probably a TBS antenna. This is just a piece of crap antenna that I stole off my original pair of goggles because I busted the crap out of my original.
Is that an E-Chin? Is that E-Chin?
Yeah.
I had one of those. Yeah, I used to have the same goggles. I think the one probably you had probably had the same thing. The Easton VR D2s or whatever they're called.
They call them Maker Fire 800s, but they look just like the
Easton's.
800Ds.
Yeah.
They're the
They had,
same thing that Eric has. And the controls, the buttons on the top of them, and everything are the same.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you need to. Man, goggles and a VTX. Two biggest investments, I feel. What's for me
Well,
anyway?
well, right now I'm flying the Viper F2 or version 2s, and I like those. I mean, they're box goggles. Um, Dan Dronepool turned me on to them, and I like them.
Those are good goggles. For box goggles, those are pretty good.
I mean, they just feel great on the head.
Mm.
You know, the 800s, they were always dropping down. They were uncomfortable as shit with reading glasses, and I was always scared to get the more like what do they call those low profile goggles right against your face.
Oh, commanders and fat sharks and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, the
Yeah.
fat shark line. Because
RC,
I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to focus right.
you'd have to buy the opters that slide in.
But
Right,
then
you
you
just
gotta know which one to get. I was getting
whatever your script is on your glasses.
I don't have prescriptions. I just buy reading glasses.
Well, well, fuck Ed, go to a fucking eye doctor. Get some glasses, bro.
I
Our,
know, but that shit costs money, man.
I know. Eric, if you had a flyaway, the only thing I could think of is your failsafe wasn't set up. If I lose connection, if the failsafe's on me, my quads just drop out of the sky. If it just took off, never to be seen again, your failsafe wasn't set up.
And see, here's the problem too with that, Adam, is that his goggles quit recording before it flew away. And if he had had that OSD, he would have a better idea of if he lost signal with the bird or not. So we don't really know the answer to that question because his goggles quit on it. And I think it's because of that piece of crap BTX that came with the Tyro 99.
It could be. So so when he was flying it, it wasn't like he had good video and all of a sudden it was gone. He was flying it FPV and then he lost video in it. Then he lost it.
He was flying it line of sight because it was his second flight, I guess. And the first flight, the same thing happened. He was flying at line of sight, but then he recorded a bunch of blue screen.
If
And
he was flying a line of sight and that's how he lost it, because he was watching it's line of sight, so he's not in the goggles. If it just took off, it was fail safe. He didn't have his fail safe set up. That's the only thing it can be.
yeah, but we have no idea what the RSSI was doing.
Oh
So,
no. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that he doesn't have any idea, but just for the fact that it just took off when he lost control means failsafe wasn't set up. Well, failsafe is set up and it loses connection with your radio, it just kills the motors.
but we don't know that's what happened because first, Eric, you should be here, Eric. He what happened was it kind of went wonky on him, and he thought he had gone into acro mode, or it acted like it went into acro mode. But then he added throttle, and it calmed down, it leveled out, but then it took off.
I would have to see the video.
And that's the problem, though, is because he had toggle footage at that time.
From what I'm hearing though, it can only be one thing. It can only be his failsafe wasn't set up. Because if it just takes off and he drops throttle, trying to get that thing to stop, and it still keeps going, the failsafe wasn't set up.
Okay.
It's the only thing that it could be. If failsafe set up, you lose connection, quad loses power, drops out of the air.
Gotcha, Eric. It dropped out of the sky for no reason. I gained control and it automatically took off.
Hmm.
That's why, again, Eric, just like Adam was saying, it's so important to have that video signal to your goggles because it lets you know so much of what's going on. It's hard to determine that when you're line of sight. Um, the QX7 should vibrate in your hands or whatever when the signal is weak. Mine does. But you might need to do some settings on that yet. And your failsafe is there. You need to make sure you set your failsafe to no pulses.
See, that's
Whatever.
weird. He says it. What happened was it dropped out of the sky for no reason. So then he got control of it, and then it automatically took off. Shit, man. That's weird because that doesn't usually happen. If you lose RSSI, if you have failsafe set up, it just crashes. But if you can gain control, it shouldn't just throttle up and take off. The quads just don't do that. Something's messed up in the programming. They're complicated creatures, but basic at the same time. If it's set up. Oh, believe me, I've had quads that done some stupid shit, but I figured out what's going on with them.
And I mean, that's what he needs to do. But I think a number one on his list needs to be, just like Dan said, the BTX that comes with it is a piece of crap. So lose that mother. And
Oh yeah,
in.
definitely just put a better BTX in it. Is it gone? Did you get it back?
Yeah, he found it. It went way out in the cornfield, and he still found it. My hats
cool.
off to him. Hats off to you.
Yeah, definitely. That means it can be troubleshot because he's got it. So he needs to plug it in the Betaflight, and see if it's set up for failsafe. He's got it now. The hard part is if you lose it. If you get it back, then you can troubleshoot.
Agreed. Yeah.
Oh, Eric, I know exactly what happened, bro. Because you're just getting used to it. You lost connection, and then when you got it, you hit the throttle so hard, it just took off. These things are animals, dude. You go 400 feet in 2 seconds.
Yeah. This is look. This is the first time he's ever. Well, second time I must say, because he did a little what was supposed to be a hover test out in front of his house.
Yeah, dude, I've had hover tests that turned into 600-foot flights.
Yeah, right.
It just depends on the quad. You hit that throttle, and you're like, okay, let's see what it does. All of a sudden, it's gone.
Yeah, he
Yeah, definitely. Like Drone Pool said, if it takes off like that on you again, even line of sight, and it just throttles and takes off, kill it. Kill those motors, let it crash.
check you later, Carlos. Thanks for stopping in, brother. But yeah, it was so fun though watching him do it because Eric went live when he flew it for both times.
Yeah, I watched it.
Hangout the first time. That's right. so it wasn't live on YouTube. But the first time he was live on YouTube, he was loving that thing. He goes, "Man, I could just punch this thing up and down for all day long."
Yeah, I watched his YouTube post. It is fun. It's a blast.
It's just especially because I mean, man, other than the gunship, all Eric's drones have been, toy grade.
Yeah.
Little zippers here and there, but
Yeah.
nothing like a 4S.
Quad these homemade, or not, actually, even if you buy on a fly, it's still homemade. Somebody built it. Like Mike, here's a good example. Me and him were flying. Mike's quads are straight legit, set up exactly the way they should be. Blah blah. He took off. He had a crash landing, and that goddamn thing thankfully had broken props, but it wouldn't quit spinning. The props would not quit spinning. He disarmed. Blah blah blah. Everything would not quit. He had to step on that damn thing and unplug it. Something happened. It got water that bridged it, that caused it not to, shut off. Stuff happens.
Well, you think about the little circuit boards in there, how close everything is together. Just even a piece of trash, piece of wet grass, whatever, could be enough for a signal to get through.
Yeah, it's a bridge and a connection. Anything. That's why I highly recommend Conformico. Mike shit's Conformico. I don't know what the hell happened. Neither was he. It was just weird. But we were flying. Man, it was steel and concrete. Whatever we hit was bad. So, so, I mean, that makes a difference. Yeah, RC Crazy, when it does that flying a line of sight, just kill the motors. I mean, if anything, just so you don't got to walk so damn far. Trust me. It sucks. Even if you find it, you still walk 2 miles.
So when it took off on you, Eric, did you try and disarm? Did you try and hit that left switch and click it the other direction? Ah, really?
Yeah, Eric, and that's telling me fail safe ain't set up.
Well, see, one of his while he was putting in the receiver, Adam, one of his antennas popped off, and granted the he has the RXSR. Granted, it should run on one, but
Yeah, it's not built to do that though. The taking off out of control and not be able to kill it thing is what's making me think he needs to hook that quad up to Betaflight and look at failsafe. Because I've seen some Bynaflies come that were hover, and they never hover. Come on, that thing's gonna take off. You know what I mean? It needs to be set up to drop out of the sky.
so I'm trying to think if I've ever done failsafe in I have done failsafe in Betaflight. It's just like because I think there's a setting for like land now or just kill everything.
Eric, that's exactly what happened. He says, "Yeah, I bet it's failsafe because after I unarmed it, the prop still wanted to spin." That's exactly what's going on. Failsafe isn't set up.
And he was in stabilized mode too, Adam. So the prop should not spin in stabilized mode. So
Once
just
you kill the power, once you hit that switch to kill the props, stop those motors, it's just stop. Period.
unless his endpoints are set up
Yeah.
wrong.
He's running the same bullshit I have with that Vifly. The same exact crap. It when I landed or crashed, I couldn't kill the motors. They Eric, hook it up to Betaflight when you get a chance and look up what version you got. Check failsafe. And what radio are you using? Is it FlySky or FrySky?
He's using a QX7.
QX7? Yeah, that's a good radio. It's got to be failsafe. It's the only thing I can think of.
Beer time.
Yeah, I'm here in a second as soon as you get back. I got to roll a couple six too. Yeah, see, Eric, that quad, man, I wish I was rich. I'd just send you a good one because that quad's going to piss you off. You just got one of those quads that they just suck. I had one. I had one. Believe me. Sometimes they're not worth it. You just gotta screw it. Just get a different one. Even if you got to go buy a Diatone 3-inch for $200, find a fly, and you'll love that thing.
He needs to get his butt building the Baduga build is what he needs to do. Come on, Eric, and you cut your teeth on the Tyro 99. Okay, you learned a lot doing the Tyro 99. So now what you need to do is put the Baduga build together.
Birdman, dude, Birdman, I've seen you fly. Stay in acro. Horizon angle do not do you justice, bro.
Dude, hey, Birdman, once you go acro, there's no going back, brother.
Oh, he's gone acro. He rips it. I don't even know why he's talking about. I don't even know why he's talking about angle and horizon. The guy rips.
No, Horizon sucks.
And Birdman is just one of those like tech heads, man. He just likes to try everything. So he wants to master it all. He needs to stay in acro.
You don't master Horizon mode. Horizon mode leaves too much up to the FC, man. You just go to air mode, and then it's all you.
Oh, but yeah, he's just flying Horizon and that in his toys. I was like, come on, dude. I see you fly all the time. There ain't no damn way that quad isn't Horizon or Steve. You know what I mean? He kills it.
Okay, I mean I get that, Eric. I get that. So you gotta get your VTX working. You gotta have video to do the acro. I mean you can do you can do acro line of sight. Some people do it. I'm not. I can't. I ain't doing it. No, you can do all that, Eric. It's in Horizon mode. The problem is knowing when the flips and rolls happen, Eric. Because when you let go of the stick, it will stabilize itself. And that's what's annoying though, because it jerks back to level. Because Horizon is like a bastard between stabilized mode and acro mode. It once you push the stick so far, then it will roll on over, or flip on over, or roll on over. And I'm sure there's ways you can adjust it so when that happens. But yes, you can technically go acro in Horizon. Hey Wes, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. But it's just annoying because when you relax on the stick, it just jerks back to stabilize mode so violently it's hard to do it, make anything smooth. You know. Now I get it on something that's not a whoop. I understand because somebody said, "Oh, sleeping bear." Sleeping bear said, and it was the same way with me. It was like the first time I've tried air mode on the Manus, it was disastrous. Actually, it didn't go well. But where I really cut my teeth on acro air mode was with a whoop, the Mobula, the Mobula. Actually, the UR65. Now I think about that. Yes, the UR65 is a good bird, Wes. It's a very fun bird. I have one. It has a bad motor. And the UR65 is much like, it flies much like the Mobula 7, other than the Mobula 7 is a 2S bird. But that's where I cut my teeth on acro air mode. That's when everything clicked because I was able to crash a few times, whatever. Hey, Explicit, I'm so happy you're here. Thank you. Um, the the thing is with me is I flew stabilized flight for like 3 years before I ever tried air mode. And
Holy shit.
yeah, and flying because that's all my birds would do, Adam. And the thing is, so you always try and get your stabilized bird to do all they can. Well, what do? Your natural tendency is hit that pitch as forward as far as it'll go, and it'll only go that that far maybe, and that's it. So when you go
Literally.
to air mode, you can't push those sticks all the way forward anymore unless you want the flip. You know,
Exactly. You want the flippy
and
floppy? You gotta go in acro.
so
You can horizon, but it's yeah, it's not good.
well, you still can't pitch it all the way forward in horizon either because it
No.
flips it over.
See, it made me crash. Flips it over and then goes like I hit a stop sign or something.
You know, so
Yeah.
I mean, the stakes are completely different. So it takes some crack. That's why I tell everybody, hey man, go to air mode as quick as you can, or acro mode as quick as you can, because that stabilized crap, even horizon crap, teaches you bad habits.
Oh, Eric, you will. Stay in acro, quit flying line of sight. That's the best advice I can give you. Put the goggles on, switch in acro, and just practice figure eights. Just fly around. Stay out of the trees. Just put some objects around if you have a light post or whatever. Just fly around it. Feel, get muscle memory in the sticks. And if you can do a sim, do a sim.
And see, now I know a lot of people that swear by the sun, and I'm sure I don't, but I'm sure the reason I don't is because I didn't have them set up right.
True.
And
You can. It's just like a quad. You gotta mess with it a little bit.
yeah, and see that's the problem is I didn't do that, Adam. And when I tried it, I'm like, my quads don't fly anything like this, and so it was no help to me.
Yeah.
A little bit of help. It helped with coordinating the turns a little bit, but but again, I mean, Centroid, who was here earlier, he said, "Oh yeah, I had to add weight to my bird and stuff like that to make it feel halfway realistic."
Yeah. See, I don't have a sim. I want a sim. If I had a sim, I'd be flying way better right now than I am.
Oh, you think that, huh?
Oh, I know I would be. Tons and tons and tons of hours of practice, no crashing. Well, lots of crashing, but No parts spent.
Yeah, yeah. You don't break
You
anything.
don't break nothing. Sim's free. You can fly, do whatever you want, and try it.
I get that, and I need to.
It's muscle memory. It's figuring out the controls. If you have the opportunity and the means to do that on a simulator, do it. Because actually, from what I've heard from everybody I've talked to, flying the simulator is harder than flying the quad.
I'll buy that.
And if you can rock a simulator and then you jump onto a quad that flies nice, dude, it's from what everybody's told me. Cricket, Bardwell, everybody fly a sim. Steele Davis recommends flying a sim.
And actually, Centroid, who I was praising earlier about how well he grew into doing the acro thing, he did a lot of sim time before he ever flew. And so there you go.
It's if you have the means, it's necessary. I truly 100% believe that. If you can fly good sim, lift off, if you have a good computer, 64 gig, whatever, and you can fly lift off, get that damn program and fly it. If it's raining and you don't feel, or you don't just feel like going outside because it's hot or it's cold, fly the sim. Because you're getting any way you look at it, you're getting stick time, and that is what makes you better, and that's what makes it funner.
Dan. Okay. I kept egging Dan on because Dan was never mind. He knows. I kept pushing him. I was pushing him. Who else was I pushing? I pushed people. I was pushing Eric too. I push people all the time, even though I'm not, well, certainly not any better than Dan. Hell, Dan's done more builds than I haven't done a build. Dan has. Nah, I have a hard time spitting it out, Dan. So we kind of made a little thing about Dan talking about him flying Miss Daisy because he's being so reserved about his flying. So we said something about Miss Daisy. So his latest build, his latest build, what does he call her? He calls her Miss Daisy now. But Miss
I,
Daisy ain't no Daisy.
I can relate to that, Ed. I can relate to that because I'm telling you what, I do not put. I only have the one quad that flies, and I telling you, I can. I don't want to fucking break my shit. I want to be able to fly the next day if I want to. That's why I need to get my, you know, arsenal a little bit up there. That way I can rip it. If I break a quad,
Well,
it's no big deal. I have the stuff. I just got to do it.
well, see, here's the thing with Dan. One of the things I was bugging Dan so hard about it was because Dan was flying in places a lot bigger than mine. Okay. So my place, I mean, I used to think I had a big backyard till I got the Batman. It was like it got real small real fast, at least to me, not to you, not to many people here, not to explicit, not to many people here. But I mean, it's 5 acres, and 5 acres runs out real quick. But Dan would be 200 feet up in the air, and I'm like, roll that thing, come on. Like, man, I'm like, you got plenty of room to recover. It's okay.
Yeah. I think a lot of what FPV has lost is, and it's weird because I've been thinking about it for the last couple months, is people forgot to have fun. It don't matter how good you are. It just matters that you're having fun and you're hanging out with your buddies.
This is true.
That's all that matters. Look, I mean, Like it is even you're just watching them fly around. You don't even gotta have your goggles on watching them. You're just flying around. It's a good freaking time. It is, in my opinion, it's become too competitive.
Yeah, I know. Well, part of it is though. Part of it is too because we're all family here in a way.
Oh,
But
not like here.
we
It's
also want to show off. You say, "Oh,
exactly.
look, I did this, I did that." You know what I mean? So it gets to a point where oh man, I still want to share this video. This is the same old crap I always do.
Oh yeah. Oh, but yeah, posted definitely. I just I've never liked a hobby to be competitive. I'd be like, oh, verse me, verse you. I think that's stupid. You know what I mean? It's like this is a hobby, not my job. This ain't putting a fucking paycheck in my pocket. You know what I mean? If anything, it's kind of depleting it. You know what I'm saying? it's just it's just about having fun, hanging
I
out
had,
with everybody you can.
I had to rag you about getting it done, Eric, because you were taking for freaking ever.
Well, yeah, Eric, send it.
I thought you did a split after two, Dan.
Oh, Dan's getting it. He's practicing.
Okay, so okay, all right. Here's my idea of a split up. So y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Okay, my idea of a split up is coming like this, rolling upside down like this, and then rolling it upright and like a turnaround. A vertical turnaround basically is what it is. So you come up over, and then you roll it upright, and you're going the other direction. Isn't that a split up, or what do you call that?
Shit, man. I guess to me a split S is when you come up over a tree and you like flip and do like a maneuver and you come back down like you're looking at the tree. You go up, you're looking at the tree, and then you come down and then you come around. That's a split S.
Okay, so what do you call what I just showed you?
I don't know, some Rubik's cube shit.
I would call it an Eimelman turn, but that's not right either because Eimelman, that's more of a fixed wing thing. But Eimelman, I think, is where you're you're flying along like this, you pitch up, and you roll like this, and then you come back like that. And
That,
it,
that's a dive.
no, you're doing a turn. Okay, look, you're coming like this, you pitch up, you roll to where you're now looking down, and then you pitch back forward so you're going the other direction. It's all about turning around. So, in other words, you're doing a turn, but you're doing the turn vertically instead of around like that, like a bank. You follow me?
I honestly, yeah, that's still just called a turn.
Not the what?
It's just a turn. It's just a different kind of turn.
Okay, wait. Oh, it's just a different kind of turn.
Honestly, it really is. I do it all the time. You're going, you like, and then you come back and you're like, it's just a different kind of turn. It's just it's like it's a
There are names for that shit, though. That's what I'm trying to say. There are names for that shit.
um no, it's not. It's just a turn.
It's just a turn.
Honestly,
Okay. So one's a vertical turn and one's a horizontal turn. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because I do because when you take off, you get in height and then you're like, and then you go, it's just another kind of a turn.
It's another kind of turn. I
Yeah.
know, but they're named for that, Adam. They're named
I call it left and right.
left and right, left and right.
Oh, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I'm sure there's something, they call it something.
They
Obviously,
call
like
it something. You call it turns. Okay. That's funny. Well,
flying FPV is weird, man. It's fun.
no, look, man, it's like flying a plane. Look, well, it's not like, kind of like flying a plane. Look, the first flying I ever did, other than a U control Cox 49 piece of crap, was in an actual plane. I've been in small planes. I've got many hours in a small plane. And that's how I can kind of relate to the controlled coordinated turns and all that, because you got to use aileron and rudder, which an elevator. Elevator is pitch to equate it to a quad. Yaw is rudder to elevate it to a fixed, compare it to a fixed wing. Not elevator. Elevator is rudder. Or, excuse me. Elevator is pitch. Yaw is rudder. Aileron is roll. And when you bank or when you roll, your pitch kind of becomes rudder. As you tilt like this way, your pitch, if you're coming up and you roll like this and you put some back pitch in it, it will pull you around like that. So when you coordinate stuff and angle changes everything. Your camera angle, you fly, your camera angle, everything changes when you change your camera angle. The way you fly, everything changes. And that's where the sims, I'm sure, help out a lot.
Oh yeah, because the faster you're going, the more you use roll instead of yaw. You're using both all the time. You just don't think about it.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
the faster you're going, you like racing. Racers use roll way more than they do yaw. Because
Yeah.
they got that pitch when
And they
they're cruising,
also use pitch a lot more, because when you're rolled like that, the pitch turns the nose of that drone this way, not this way. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. The trick is figuring, and that's where it's starting to click. Is when you're flying. This is where I had a problem when I was learning. I was thinking too much of what y'all did, or what pitch did, or what roll did. I was thinking too much of it. You just have to fly it.
Yes,
You know what
agreed.
I mean? Just put it up there, send it, and how it feels, where it moves. It's all muscle memory. It really is. And what kind of baffles me, what made this hard for me, and which I don't understand because I played video games. You play a video game, you learn the controllers, and you just play. You know what I mean? It's the same thing, but there's so much more risk. That's why I think a sim is better. Because when you're flying it for real and you do something stupid, you just broke your shit. You do it on a simulator, which is essentially a video game, you get to start over.
And see, that's the problem. I mean, there were a couple video games I did that actually had a few flying segments in there, and I'm like, I need more of these.
Oh
And
yeah. If you got a video game that does that, play that freaking round over and over and over again.
so you like vibe props, do you, explicit? Hmm. Not a huge fan. And I
Yeah.
agree, Dan. There's something that clicked. Um, and it's hard to explain. And the other thing is too, some days you're on and some days you're off.
Oh yeah, everybody for everything.
But you're more likely to be on the more often you fly. And I know that's hard for some people because of the weather or whatever, or just because they're damn lazy. You know, where it's hot or miserable outside. But now I know Birdman, he's been out there flying a lot, and he's even with the little birds he's flying, I've seen the progress, and he's getting a lot better with that prop wash crap. And with a 1S bird, that's hard. It's hard. A 1S whoop, it's hard to get away from that. Hey, worthless days, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, man.
And that's the thing though, Dan, is just that it starts to click, and you just gotta pull the trigger and try it. Be up a little bit. You know, if you're 100 feet up in the air, you should have room to recover. That's all there is to it. I mean, I get I get being scared about doing a roll at 50 feet. First time I did a roll, and first of all, to me, a roll is way easier than a flip. Or I don't know, when does a flip become a loop, Adam?
Oh, oh, like just a flip. Well, when you're just flipping, you're just spinning the quad around. If you're doing like a power loop, you're going in, you're keeping the horizon. Then you come back down.
Right.
You're just doing a big whoop. A big.
Well, I mean, I understand the difference, really, but there's been a couple times when I thought I did a loop, and people say, "Oh, some nice flip," and I'm like, "No, that was a damn loop, damn it."
The thing is, you give it throttle, you tilt back. You don't pitch, you tilt back. As you're going up, you're going up, you're going up, pitch back, pitch back, pitch back, and then get the horizon level to where you can see what's kind of going around underground, underneath you. And then you just line the nose up the camera. Then you come back down. You just this is something you just gotta try. If you ain't throttling for 5 seconds and pitching back, then you're not doing a power loop. That's the best way to start. Throttle up, pitch back, not right away. Throttle up, get the quad in the air, and as you're throttling up, give it pitch. Give it pitch, give it pitch, give it pitch. Let that quad angle back so you can start to see what's going on again. Then once you're seeing what's going on again, you come back around and you just line up and hit what you want to hit.
I mean, I agree with that. I mean, a loop is basically a vertical circle in the sky, whereas to me, a flip is when you're going along like this and you just make it do this, and keep going.
That is a flip. But a power loop is different because you're extreme in it. You know what I mean? You're doing a whole power loop. A flip is just if that makes any sense at all. You're not getting much altitude or nothing. You're just taking it up enough to do a flip.
Right. No, I get that. Okay. And then Birdman threw another term out there. He called it outside loop. Okay. I don't know what you call an outside loop, but I call it an inverted loop. But see, that's my fixed wing flying coming in. And to me, an inverted loop is when you nose forward, come around like that, and come back around. That's an inverted loop. Whereas a regular loop is you're going like this
Mhm.
and coming around and coming back around level, drawing a vertical circle in the sky.
Yep.
A true loop is when, call it a power loop if you will, whatever. But a loop, technically, at least in the fixed wing world, is when you start to go up, when you come back around, you are in the same place as where you started pitching up. When
I
you
see the
come
quad.
back, level up, you
Yeah.
were in the same damn place as you were before. You drew a vertical circle in the sky.
And yeah, that's kind of the same with quads too. But you got to give yourself room so you can line up with your target. Like if you're going right at the branches or something, because if you come down straight on top of it, you're crashing. I don't give a shit who you are.
Well,
If you come straight
yeah.
down, you know what I mean. You have to give it. You have to. But yeah, like you said, it's the same exact thing, just a couple more feet.
The thing, yeah, it is like a flip, Carlos, but it's a circle instead of just spinning it around on its horizontal axis, basically.
All
So
right,
that's
I got.
what makes it a loop. It's a circle instead of just a somersault. Consider a difference between a somersault and a real circle in the sky. To me, a flip is a somersault.
All right, buddy. It's 9 o'clock, and I have to get some food, dude.
All
I'm
right,
starving.
thanks for coming in. I appreciate you.
No problem,
Thanks,
buddy.
thanks for stopping in and
No
for
problem.
your wealth of information.
Yeah, which means very little.
No,
Yeah.
it means a lot, man. You have a lot to say, and it's good. And I can't believe there are 10 people here. Oh, well, I'm one of them on my other channel name, so I guess there's only 9 people here.
Yeah.
But I just, I was just trying to fill some airtime, and hopefully,
Oh,
you know, this was informational to some.
yeah.
That's why
Exactly.
I named it filling a vacuum.
Oh, yeah.
Again, Adam, appreciate you being here, brother. Really do. I appreciate everybody in the chat. I'm probably going to call it too. Um,
Oh, bro, Wes, I'm plumbing FPV, bro.
oh yeah, hey, Adam, before you go, please put your do something in the chat if you can. Wes FPV is asking. There you go. Plummet FPV is who that is. Wes FPV. He's a great pilot, great builder, great flyer. So please hook up with him.
Definitely. Very
Good
Michigan.
people. Good people. He's a good brother. He got me. Thanks to him, I have a new frame for the Mobula. Now I just need to get a new flight controller for it. This weekend I'm ordering one.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go. The Mobula will be back in the air again.
Oh,
So thanks
still.
again, Adam. Get something to eat.
Oh, definitely. I can smell that pizza cooking right now, dude. I'm warming it up right now. It's in the oven.
There you go.
It's time. All right, buddy.
All
Talk to
right,
you
brother.
later.
Later, man.
Later.
I don't know if you call it a slow backflip or not. I just don't see I don't know, man. What you need one too there, Mike? Yeah, I sent you I don't know, Dan. I just went the flyer. Carlos back from the sky sent me a new set of motors and some more batteries. And I flew some, whatever, and then I went to take all the packs out back. I was going to hit that mini excavator. I was going to get that girl. I was going to make that excavator mine. I went to Armor, and she wouldn't arm. And she wouldn't arm. No RSSI. The RS receiver took a crap on her. Well, it's an all-in-one board built into the flight controller. I keep meaning to just reset her and try and rebind and do that kind of stuff. And I kind of did that a little bit already, and it's just not happening. And so I think the BTX is gone. And I don't know how to bypass it. I have a couple XM receivers, but I don't know how to bypass what's in there. So I just need to get a new board. And somebody sent me, it was either Mike or Adam, sent me a link. I think it was Adam for Race Day Quads for a F4 flight controller for her, and it looked like it worked great, but Indigo, excuse me, not Indigo, Baduga says they have problems with the 5-volt part of it, and sent me a link for a different flight controller. So I don't know what to do at this point. The replacement is a Crazy Bee F4. Birdman. And that's the one I was looking at. It was like 48 bucks on Amazon. And but it was about $10 less at Race Day Quads. Same board, looked like the same board. But then Baduga said it was a faulty board. So, Mike, I sent you a link. It's okay. I understand if you don't want to come in, but I get that. Completely get that. But it was the Crazy BF4, and somebody told me what I have now is an F3. So it would be good to upgrade it to F4, but I don't want to go with a Crazy BF4 if it has voltage issues with the receiver. So I don't know. And the other thing is the charger I have for my batteries. There's been times when it charged the batteries a little too high, so maybe part of that is my fault. So you have what frame did he send you, Mike? Did he send you like a toothpick frame or something? And that's what you're looking for? Is there? You know, and Birdman, I kind of look, see, I know, and I kind of looked at that, Birdman. The thing is, that is the solder points on that bird are like tiny. I don't know if I have the ability to do that. Who's the other Mike? What, Birdman's Mike? Is Birdman Mike? Uh, okay. So we got Mike and Mike. I don't know. Part of that just seemed like it'd be easier to put in a new board. And Chris, I'm sure he would. I'm sure Chris would help me on it. But Chris has already done a lot for me already, or is in the process of doing a lot for me. And I need to learn to do some stuff by myself. I actually have an XM. It's not XM Plus, but I actually have an XM receiver. But I kind of looked at it and I'm like, I don't know if I have the micro. I don't know how anybody builds a micro in the first place. Hell, even my Man's 85 scares me with how close the solder points are. Oh, did he now? Well, he was going to send me an extra V3 frame he had, Mike Birdman, and along with what was it? I guess it was the motors, but he was using a flight controller for his toothpick. You didn't trust yourself? No, I don't trust. First of all, I have a piece of crap soldering iron. It's just a Harbor Freight special. Yeah, I need a different tip. I need a better soldering iron. Is what I need, Wes. But I will get to that one day. But the one I got works okay. It's just not for the tiny stuff. And I don't know how people do the little loop boards. Really? You have a Moby 7, Birdman? You know you had a Moby 7. I never see you flying it. Oh, really? Really, what? $8? How long did it take you to get it from Banggood? I've gotten some stuff from Banggood. I think that's where I got my first Mobula from. It took it forever and a day. Let's see, I ordered it mid-November. It was after January when I got it. It was supposedly they were back ordered or whatever, but man, I was dying to get that. 3 or 4 weeks, yeah, okay. Now, I mean, for that price. Oh, did you? Dude, Birdman, you are gonna love the Moby 7. It's not like the birds are flying now. I'll tell you that right now. She flies very big. Doesn't mean you won't get some prop wash issues. And I bugged you about your prop wash and suggesting what you should do on your smaller birds. But I still don't get it right. I'll do a flip, loop, whatever you want to call it. But I come out of it and get that shake. Just remember, come around, come back around, but don't level out too quick. Keep moving forward and then level out as you go. You'll get a lot less of that. I don't get it right plenty of time. But I'm a noob too. I'm big time noob, man. I do. But part of it has to do with the bird, dude. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the washout is real, and it's hard to It's hard to get it right. I mean, I'll watch. I'll watch my videos, and this is the best thing. I'll always record everything. Always doesn't matter. Doesn't mean you gotta make a video out of it. Put it on YouTube. But watching your videos, it's like just like football teams, baseball teams, whatever. They always review their footage, and you learn valuable insights about what you're doing wrong. Doesn't mean you'll fix it the next time you fly, but you'll learn. It helps you learn what you're doing wrong. But the whoops, especially, always remember you want to keep moving forward. So you do that loop, you come back around, when you come back out, don't just level off, because that's where the prop wash handles. Don't pull up level so quick. Leave your pitch forward a little bit so you're not dropping, losing altitude. You might have to add some throttle. That's the biggest thing. You gotta add throttle when you come out of it. You add throttle and don't level yet. Come out and keep pitching forward and you get out of that dirty air. Oh, cool. That'd be awesome. Hey, and you can do that with the Moby 7 Birdman. You can do it all day long. Okay? The Moby is a great diver. Man, I get it wrong every time. I get some, but no, I love my Moby. I I'm actually on my second Moby. The first one I lost, and I loved it so much I had to buy another one. I actually paid $60 more than I paid for my original one, just so because I through Amazon, because I knew I could have it 2 days later. Eh, yeah, you have to worry about getting caught, man. That's a little tiny. I mean, chances are nobody will know it's even there. It's below any weight restrictions or whatever. It's going on Sunday when nobody's around. Is it a 7-day-a-week building or what? Lurking in the background, Michael? Well, I'm glad you are, brother. I was uh, I was flying over near the beach, Mike, and a cold front was coming through, and the wind picked up out of nowhere, and I lost signal. And that's the way it happened. And I don't know if it swung a battery when it went down. I don't know what happened, but I was in a un, unfamiliar neighborhood, and I didn't want to go prowling around people's yards, and I had no signal at all. I've only lost the Moby. I mean, I've lost other birds, but I don't count those because um, they were pieces of crap, toys, basically. So oh man, what a crappy day it was. Hopefully you didn't get that bird for your birthday, Mike. I've actually, yeah, I lost one bird the first damn day I got it. It just took off. It was off to China. But that's another part. It was a Walmart drone, you know? Not that it was cheap. Like $70. But you know, I got one flight out of it. And the second flight it went off. Well, it's because I was showing off. My roomie at the time, who I got into FPV, he uh he was doing all kinds of crazy crap with his. So I was trying to show off. I was trying to match him, and I had a defective bird. He got so far, and it just decided to take a hike. Yeah, that's the thing, Wes, is that well, most of the toys suck. They really do. I mean, there's nothing wrong with. They just have their limitations, and they'll teach you to fly. You know, teach you orientation, all that. But you can't handle the wind, whatever. Sky Viper was one of my first ones. I actually had no, I don't have my original Sky Viper. That was another one. I had 2 weeks, and the wind took her. So they couldn't do crap with wind, and that's where the brushless drones come in because they got way more power. I fly the little Mobula, even the UR-65. Somebody mentioned the UR-65 earlier. I think it was Wes. Um, that thing flies big. I flew it outside in the wind and it was fine. Just the brush don't have the power left. They just don't. They can't. They can't fight it. You know that I don't know. There's no to me. There's no comparison. The first acro bird I bought was an alien, alias, excuse me, and it was, I even put upgraded motors on it. It's just not the same. Too floaty, not enough power. Yeah, no, I get that. Little Bug 3. You know, the bugs were fine. I had a Bugs 3. That's one I lost. It wasn't a Bugs 3. It was the F100 Ghost. It's a clone of the Bugs 3. And no, I get that. Well, I had all kinds of fun with my Bug 6. My Bug 6 was a great little flyer and whatever, but it was a brushless bird too. My first, I got two brushless birds on December 26th. When was it? 2017. Ah, not the Bugs 3, it's what you called it. Why'd you call it Bugs 3? Just curious. I mean, my F100 Ghost would fly about 10 to 11 minutes with a good battery. But Little Bug. Okay, just call it Little Bug 2 and Little Bug 3. Why did you up the number? Did you change something? Oh, the first two you lost. I got it. Okay, I got you. I understand now. That's funny. Man, it's tough to lose a bird. I mean, where I fly, there's a video on my channel about the Manus 85. It was actually went through two of those too. I liked it so much I bought another one. The first one though just died. I just couldn't. I think the RX went out on it. I ended up sending it to Dan Drone Pool, and between a bird he had a Manus 85 too that was buggered up, and between the one I sent him that was buggered up, he managed to get one flying between the two, and who knows what else he had to stick on it to make it work. But he got it going. But in the meantime, I ordered another one. Well, the other one I got, it tried to fly away, literally. I mean, and I made a video of it. There's a real short video of it, and then longer video of the search and rescue, and how that bird was ever found is a miracle. It really is, because this ain't no big bird. Let's see, where is it? This little guy right here, okay? Now, at the time, it didn't have these props on it. It had these fluorescent green paddleboard props, which I hated, but I loved the color because where this thing went down, albeit the props were green, but they were this fluorescent green. And where it went down in was really green stuff. But somehow they stuck out amongst. It is the Manus. It is the Manus. This little guy was in the jungle out back past my flying field. I mean, dude, I armed this thing and off it went. It was on a mission, and that's the angle it was flying, just like that. And it took a beeline, and there wasn't a damn thing I could do on the controller or anything else to stop it. On the OSD, the throttle was at 50%, even though I had it all the way back, all the way back. I had it zero throttle, stayed 50%, and it kept straight as air. I'll give it that. It was rock steady. It was on a beeline for the what I call off the reservation. And the only thing that stopped it was it ran into and it was climbing the whole time too. I mean, it was heading off the wrong direction for China. Telling you what, China ain't to the north of us. Well, maybe if you went over the North Pole and came back around, I'd have to look at the picture of the globe to know that. Maybe it was taking the shortest direction in China. I don't know. But anyway, it hit a branch in a pine tree. The branch was probably like 65 feet up, and then it went down. Okay. So, I'll see. I went looking for it. I went out in the woods, went looking for it, and nothing. I gave up. Turns out I was looking in the wrong completely direction. So I came back into the house and I made a video. I made a video and put it on YouTube. The next day, a person I got interested in the flying FPV said, well, let's go look for it, man. I'm like, okay, you can go. So we went out back, but in the meantime, I had watched this video. I'm like, no wonder I couldn't find it. I was looking in the wrong damn place. So we went out back, and the cool thing of it is that once we got out there, I was convinced in one place it was at. He was convinced it was somewhere else that it was at. And where it turned out to be was right about in the middle of where we both were looking. But what happened was, once we got out there, I kept replaying the footage of the runaway flight. And that helped us zero in on our location. That is why I will never, ever fly without a DVR, without goggles that do not have a DVR recorder on them. Record everything. Doesn't mean if you post, don't mean you have to post it. But reviewing that DVR footage, yes, exactly. I think it's not just necessary, I think it's essential. I'd say essential. Necessary, yeah, it kind of says the same thing. To me, essential takes it even further. I can't tell you how many times I thought I knew kind of where I was at, thought I knew where I was at. Let me tell you something. There's been a couple times with this little bird, with the Manus, where it's been up against a weed that's against this little camera. Looks like a small tree trunk. It completely, it completely throws you off, man. Like, well, damn, where I found this, that wasn't no damn tree trunk. That was just a thick weed, man. That is Edgelaw. Hey, Rosalind, how you doing, man? Good to see you, brother. BFTS. What does that acronym mean, Dan? I'm curious to know. I can't I'm running a little slow right now. I can't really think what that is. Uh Murphy's my middle name, brother. Hey, whatever I'm doing, Murphy's always around. I can tell you that right now. So what's up with your 115 there, Carlos? Glad you got a spare, brother. Yeah, see, I don't know. You just need a little cable. It's funny because for a while I gotta fix my Maker Fire 800s because US micro USB connection on them isn't working. Um, but the goggles work fine. It's just I can't recharge them. But see, I've yet to have to add anything to anything. All the both goggles I had, the DVR was already built into them. Well, hey, Carlos, if it's under warranty and you got another one to fly, I don't know. Because if you go screwing around with it, any warranty you might have, I mean, you got it. It's been less than 90 days. I don't know what the warranty is on them. You don't like I've watched some of your, I know I've been to your channel, Wes. I'm pretty sure I have. If I haven't, please correct me, but, they try and make it complicated, does it? Do they? So, so in other words, you power the goggles with the power lead and the balance plug to power the DVR. That's kind of screwed up. Well, why did you wait? Why did you wait till you hit the ground before you roll it upright? I thought the 115 was 2F. Oh, you think it needs 2F? Oh, if it needs a balance lead, yes, then it does need 2F. Is it? It's external DVR. See, I don't know. All mine have been built in. And see, I fly the Vipers, as does Back from the Sky and Drone Pool. All three of us fly the Vipers, but they're a little bit pricier than. Hey, man, if it works, it works. You know, just get you a battery for it. You know, and roll with it. Look, hey, Carlos. Look, man, if you fly, we all have our knucklehead moment. Don't feel don't feel like you're the lone stranger, brother. Please do not. You know, and especially with the number of packs you fly, you're gonna try shit and you're gonna screw shit up. That's just the way it works. However, the inverted yaw spins are best done at a pretty good altitude. Exactly, Roslyn. Exactly. Yep. It's like, why in the hell did I try and do that? What the hell's wrong with you? I mean, you almost know it before you crash. You know, it might be just seconds before you crash. It's like, but it's, I call it an oh shit moment. Okay. Oh shit. There's been a couple of shit moments I've had where I actually pulled it off, and I'm like, damn, I was lucky on that, man. I can't believe I pulled that off. You know, how many of those have you had? I mean, I'm sure everybody's had a few of those that you just knew you were going to bust something, and somehow you pulled it off. Now, what really pisses you off is when you do that and pull something off, and then on the same pack, you still end up wrecking them. That happened too. That's happened to me a few times. Yeah, yes, it does, Wes. Now, how many of you have issues changing from small bird to a big bird? No, that's true, Wes. I mean, the old axiom, if you ain't crashing, you ain't flying. There is some wisdom to that. I mean, because if you're not crashing, you're not pushing yourself, and that's how you grow. You know, that's how you progress. Because, oh, that didn't work. And then the next time you fly, you might try the same damn thing, but you'll be more likely not to screw it up. You know, okay. There you go. Okay, that sounds better, Wes. And I agree. I mean, with me, I guess I don't feel the motors too much, see if they're getting hot or not. I don't really do that. It's always my packs that are way warmer than anything else. If it's a if it's a brushless motor that's getting hot, it's more than likely a bad prop, not necessarily a bad prop as far as deformed or whatever, but maybe a little too much pitch or something like that, where it's working the motor hard in order to push that prop. You know, got too much pitch, perhaps, something like that, or not enough pitch, and so it's spinning too fast. You know, and that's a good point, Wes. I don't know about the filter thing. The off balance you can kind of tell because you'll get a lot of jello. And that's why I don't like biprops. To me, it's easier for a prop to be out of balance if it's a biprop versus a tri. But I mean, I'm just going from theoretically thinking about it. You know, just having the having the three blades on three axes versus just two sticking out here like this seems like if it's off a little bit, there'd be a lot more likelihood for an imbalance to cause an issue. So that's strictly hypotheses on my part. I just know how things spin. It's just like how many poles in a motor. The more poles in a motor, the smoother it is. Okay. All right. So you like the buys because they give you longer flight time. Why do you think that is? Because I will tell you this right now. Okay. Props spin the air. Okay. The only reason that biprops would give you more flight time is because is if the biprops you were using are the same pitch as the tris you were using before. So, for an example, okay, these are 50-43s, okay? So if you took buys that were 5-inch by 4x3 43 pitch and put them on here, they're going to push less air. So therefore, they're going to be less strain on the motor. So you take, if you take, so you're getting a longer flight time on the buys. So do tris, but make that 43, instead of it being a 43, try 40s or less. So you get the same amount of push as you're getting from the buys, but it's more evenly balanced. Just a thought. Just a thought. That's all. That's the only explanation I can give for buys giving you more flight time is because they have less dig. They're digging the air less. So there's less work the motors have to do. Really? You think so? I mean, what makes them more efficient, Wes? I'm curious. I mean, you have some. I'm just curious. I'm not disputing you. You're saying they're more efficient, but I want to know why. I want to know why they're more efficient. Now, yes, you're right. The camera birds all do use biprops. I don't know of any. Oh, lighter. Okay. Less drag. Well, okay. Well, the drag is part of the pitch. I think this is a good discussion. I don't know. I just know that I seem to get better, smoother flying with the tries versus the buys. And I get the number of blades pushing through the air. Hey, Sidewinder, how you doing, brother? We're having a buy versus try conversation here. I don't know. I've never tried buys on a race quad. Never have. And here's the other thing too. I'll tell you this right now, Wes, and that is flight time hasn't been so much of an issue with me as far as my race drone. Because by the time the battery's done, I'm I'm about done too, and I'm ready to take a break for a minute, have a cigarette, smoke uh, have a sip of beer or something. I know it did. So, what's your thoughts on the buy versus try, Dan? I don't know. To me, it just seems to me like the props being balanced would be more of an issue with buys versus tries. But I'll tell you this, yeah, I'll leave that out of it. And look, Wes, I'm not knocking the buys. I'm looking for opinion. I just don't think the bat would look right with buys. I think that'd be a cool experiment, Dan. Here's the deal, though. Again, I keep going back to the pitch versus how many blades you got. To me, because Wes was mentioning drag with 3 blades versus two, but again, to me, that's a balance of pitch. So if you go with an extra blade, you use less pitch, you have the same amount of drag. 5144. Uh, Now those got those got some rake to them now. The Batman, I'm running 5043s. It came with 5042s originally. What the S stand for? Oh, never mind. That's not S. That's the 5. I'm running the Jim Fan 5043s on the Batman. The Wind Dancers. I love them. Okay. And see, I gotta have cornering where I fly. And see, that's another variable. There's so many variables when it comes to props. It's ridiculous. It really is. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. The different prop styles. Okay, like for instance, I have never flown props like these. Look how they're all curled up, weird. I don't even know. This is somebody else's build. The old roommate of mine, and he picked these props. I have no idea what they are, but he liked to look them. I've never flown any weird looking props like this. I have no idea what they do. They look like they got a hell of a pitch to them, though. Look at the angle of attack on that. You know, these to me look much more traditional. Yeah, they got the little winglets on them. Yeah, they got a little pointed trailing edge, whatever to them. But to me, that looked like a kind of, you know, generic prop. So I don't know. I have not experimented with props that much at all. With with the Manus, with the Manus, I finally got these Hulkies on it, and before the props that came with it, these are the second props I ever flew on. The others were the originals, and they looked like paddle boards. They look like something off a ceiling fan. You know, Kebab FPV. Okay, all right. Well, I'll do that. I'm not knocking the buys. I'm not poo-pooing your idea about the buys at all. I just on none of my. I've never flown a race quad with buys. That's all. So I feign ignorance on that. Hey Ryan, how you doing, brother? No, I'm just saying. I mean, you know, I mean, maybe I'll have to give them a go with. All I know is I'll tell you this, Wes, right now. The time I'm through flying a pack with the flight time I get now with the 1550 mAh battery on the Batman, by the time it runs down and I have to land to put a new battery in it, I'm done. I'm ready to land. I don't need no more flight time. I'm done until I can smoke a cigarette, calm the hell down, and have a sip or two of beer, and then I can go up in the air again. Because I get kind of worked up, man. I get out there and start ripping around, and I got to chill, man. I might have a heart attack. Yeah, I ain't no youngster anymore. Older than all you puppies around here, I can tell you that, I'm pretty sure. Thanks, Brian. Hey, look, man, somebody wasn't on tonight, so I just felt like I wanted to. Yeah, no kidding, Roslyn. Hey, I tell you what, though, it was cool as heck watching Eric fly as Cairo for the first time, boy. When he was so pumped up, I don't even know how he went to sleep that night. I think he told me he had a hard time going to sleep. And isn't that the best feeling ever? It's like the best high ever, man. The adrenaline dump, man. The adrenaline dump is real. And that's why we love this. That's why we love this hobby, isn't it? And when you go acro, you're flying like a bird, FPV. It's like, man, I'm a bird. I can do anything. You know, it is. It really is. It's like, that's why. I know you do. I know you do, Ryan. I'm waiting to see some video now of that. PTSD. And, what is PTSD? Yeah, yeah. I want to know what your PTSD stands for because I'll probably get it too. The thing is, Wes, uh, now I've heard, okay, that term seemed familiar to me, but yes, I get PTSD from some of my flights too, after the fact, especially after, oh man, I heard that hit the ground. I got some trauma going on here. It's weird though, because a lot of times when I hear that thump, it's not near as bad as I thought it was. One time it was, one time it was horrible. It was horrible. The Batman was down for about 3 months after that one. But the thing is, Wes, the more you do it, somebody earlier was talking about getting motion surf. Oh, gotcha, Wes. Yeah, yeah. I'm fortunate enough not to have been through any of those. The only motorcycle crash I had wasn't a crash at all. I just got laid over and I spun around on my back, and it was wet road, and I didn't even get a scratch. I should have gotten more than a scratch, right? And I just spun around on my back. It was weird. But a bad motorcycle crash, that's nasty. So, did you get messed up? Yeah, obviously you did. If you got, what does that have to do with flying a drone, though? I'm confused. Ah, ride a dirt bike. Yeah, I've ridden a few dirt bikes. I've never really crazy or great at it. Never had any horrible crashes, but I've seen others that I was riding with have some ugly crashes. Still beats crashing into a car, though. Although trees kind of stop you. I had a friend of mine, I used to ride with. He says, "Yep, just remember this. if you if you can't go around it, go over it. Well, he was a balls to the wall guy, so I'm like, okay, I'll just follow behind you. How about that? Yeah, it is. It is. I've seen some jerky acro flying too, but that's just because people are still feeling their oats. Or maybe they need to change some settings in Betaflight, maybe adjust the rates or something like that, you know. So Ryan, when's the last time you flew? When's the last time everybody flew? Let's see a vote count. Let's see. I see there's 6 people in here, 7 people in here. Just put down the last time you flew. For me, it's been a week. Yeah, well, that's a toughie. Let's see. Rodwin, uh, most of my landings in acro mode look more like a crash. Okay. I've made a few good landings, just a few. Well, there you go. Sidewinder's up on everybody. Air mode's all I fly. I don't do acro mode specifically. What's the difference other than the motor spinning? I don't know, to be honest with you. Yeah, you're right, Wes. Now, see, part of it I blame on my flying terrain now, okay? Because where I fly, the weeds are tall, and all it takes is one little weed to catch, okay? And poof, wrap you up. So that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. And see, of course you did, Carlos. You fly every day, don't you? Pretty much. Except when it rains. I got to pee. Just so y'all. Okay, well, I'm back. My back teeth were floating. I'd like to ask another favor of everybody, if you could. If you can, please pop a link into the chat and of your latest video that you would like everybody to see. And I will make sure I go in and look at them. So if y'all could do that, I appreciate it. Because I'm getting ready to call it here pretty quick. I've been on way longer than I ever meant to be, which always seems to happen. That's funny, Carlos. That's funny as shit. I didn't count how many times I shook it. I There couldn't have been more than 3. So Ryan, come on, man. Hurry up. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it. You're too kind. Yeah, I know. Fortunately, I thought I was going to have to be at work at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Actually, it was going to be 4, but anyway, FPL put out that panel change until the day after tomorrow, so I'm not I'm not unhappy about that. So I'll get to go into work at tomorrow at 8. And still have to make something to eat. Not that it's going to be any great culinary delight because it's going to be a Stouffer's microwave meal, but I appreciate everybody stopping in, and I would like to see those links. Doesn't mean I won't come back and just look at your channel and see what the latest you've got up. You know, and Roslyn, that cool as shit. Um, you know, I very seldom to get to fly with anybody else. Um, I know one person that's close to me, uh, but then he's driving a truck, so he's not always around. But Roadkill, and I keep trying to get him to come over here, and but I got nothing to fly right now, so I was going to let him fly one of my birds, and he's like, I'm afraid I'll break his bird. And I'm like, man, you can't crash it any worse than I've ever crashed it. That's for damn sure. But Raymond Millwood, I was hoping I was going to hook up with him and fly with him. But you work with somebody who flies. That's even better yet, Roslyn. That's cool as shit. Oh, really? Well, hell, you got 2 people to fly with. Where you at, Roslyn? Where you at geographically? I don't know. There's just something about the camaraderie, you know, and bounce ideas off each people's heads. And oh, dirty Jersey, are you? 20 minutes from Philly. I don't know much about geography up there. I'm a Southern boy, as if you didn't know from my accent. I I'm in Florida. St. Augustine, the nation's oldest city. Oh, you're out there. Nebraska, near Omaha. Okay. I know, yeah, they best, man. Down to earth. You're in Arkansas. Hot Spring. Anywhere around Hot Spring. I don't know anything about Arkansas. I just know it has a place called Hot Spring. Yeah, mid Missouri. Yeah, there's a number of people in Florida. It's hot. It's been hot the last few days. And then we got our New Yorker, Carlos, in Queens. Thanks for everybody talking about their geographic location. And what's an FIL? Fian FIL. What's a FIL? All I can think of is fiance-in-law. Are you engaged, Rosalind, and her parents live in oh, father-in-law. Okay. I'm so clueless sometimes, father-in-law. Dan got it too. I know what a father-in-law is. I just couldn't think what FIL was, that's all. My acronyms aren't always up to snuff, okay? Florida's a big place, though. No worries about the acronym there, Rosalind. I just uh, the Mighty Thor. What, does he have a YouTube channel? I've never heard of him. Put his link in there. I have to say, Wes FPV sent me. Yeah, okay, Carlos. The Mighty Thor. All together, the Mighty Thor. Okay. What the what is his channel about, Wes? Oh, there you go. Let's see. I gotta do that. Do it wrong way. I need to right click it. I did the wrong thing again. Damn it. Oh, there it is. Okay, I got the Mighty Thor, but I screwed up because I got rid of my chat. Damn it, Jim. Damn it, Jim. Shit. The hell did I do? All right, doesn't matter. Okay. I'm in this. See y'all on the flip side. Thanks everybody for stopping in. I appreciate it. And we'll catch you next time. The flying lunatic gets the wild hair. Later, brothers. Great to see y'all. Cheers. Salute. Thanks for being here.